now, everybody. Damn, what match? Mid. Mid. No, thank you. No, thank you, my friend. No, thank you, my friend. My friend, no, thank you. Why are you so buggy, man? Why are you gonna be so buggy? Alam gimana, baik? มาเนื้อดิมันจะอยากดูแล
Oh my God, we're back again, back again, back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody say, body say, body say. Gonna bring the flavor, show you how, show you how, show you how. Got a question for you, better answer now, answer now. Am I original? Yeah. Am I the only one? Yeah. Am I sexual? Everything you need, you better rock your body now. Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, your body right. Easy's back, all right. All right. When I talk to the shrink, you better not blink. 99 problems that start with the kink. One in the pink, one in the stink. When you shave it down, is it still mink? Come sue me, me to me. Surviving, yay, come shoot me. You wanna color me bad like a cool G. You wanna pack me up like a 2-me. Everybody waiting for me to say the wrong thing. Okay, you the king, Burger King. I'm finna make a scene, murder scene. Cause homie, we the same, everything. With the bad little mommies. You know I wanna rock your body. You know I wanna do some things. Like tear that pussy out the frame. We some top flow, penthouse, sweet type niggas. I am not a rapper, I'm a poom poom killer. Slim, handsome, rich ass nigga. No, we can't forget about the bitch ass niggas. So if you love the game, then pour them titties out. We got everything you need for you to rock your body now. Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, your body right. Easy's back, all right. Girl, for me like you supposed to. Ain't no me in your feelings, I can post you. Double like fix you. I already got a color, I go ghost to. Ain't tripping if I lost you. To think real life like a cartoon. Stand tall like a brush stool. Ain't telling Chirac, I mean shit move. We got everything you need for you to rock your body now. Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, your body right. Easy's back, all right.
Fell in love with you. Guys like us just don't follow the fucking sky, you know?
Let's keep zoning, let's keep floating, let's keep moaning. Girl, I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Heart was broken, now you're frozen, now you're glowing. This is more than just a moment. In the morning, you'll be running
This is shit
back
that make
to
rap
me.
niggas mad. Them think they cool niggas mad. Bad bitches more bad. You should've bought her more ass. Jella ad, tell me where we at. I put nerves on the map. Now this Urkel in your bitch. Did I do that?
Let's keep zoning, let's keep floating, let's keep moaning. Girl, I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Heart was broken, I am frozen, now you're glowing. This is more than just a moment. In the morning, you'll be running back to me.
Beautiful naked big titty women just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
Sky, you know. Sky, you know. And beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know. Tell me how you know. I've been searching high and low. And I can tell you one thing. Beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know. Easy, how you doing, huh? Easy, how you doing, huh? Easy, how you doing, huh? Beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky. Just don't fall out the sky, you know. Just don't fall out the sky, you know. And beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know.
Anyways,
Tell me how you know. I've been searching high and low. And I can tell you one thing. Beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know. Tell me how you know. I've been searching high and low. And I can tell you one thing. Beautiful big titty but naked women
Women just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
just don't fall out the sky, you know. Sky, you know. Just don't fall out the sky, you know. They so valuable. I've been searching high and low. And I can tell you one thing. Beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall out the sky, you know.
Let's keep zoning, let's keep floating, let's keep moaning. Girl, I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Heart was broken, I am frozen, now you're glowing. This is more than just a moment. In the morning, you'll be running
This that shit that
back
make
to
rap niggas mad. Fucking the twins, I told her skinny was in, so she took out all the ass. Keeping natural foul, but that thing still moving, I had to knock it down. DC, where we at? Promise I'm Elon, just turn the bird bitch to my ex like I was Elon. Cowboy this on the blue side, booty must have cool side, seen it from the front side, damn it must be two sides. God damn it must be two sides, 40s on the double, I'm floating like a cruise line. Bitches wanna fuck me, they trap me, they fuck me over. She crying tears and they made back and not the Toyota. Once it's over, then she dead to me, get that whole memorial. Suck my dick for the interview, a editorial. Put you on the track, how you working like I appointed you. Oh, how you gon' go blocking your blessing when I anointed you? Beautiful big titty, but naked bitches, where you at? Started off tripping till I paid tuition, no congrats. Whining and down, now I take my ratchet, no sex. She was too used to hamburger, help her till he met. And that's facts, you can fact check. I'm from the crack era. Red bone bitches, they keep me like I'm a black checker. Standing at the window, hoe catch it, boss like a back catcher. I bring my pistol when I fuck her, cause it's all my survival, ho. I cut you clean, I'll you fuck with my rival, so put that on everything, a whole stack of Bible, so real niggas like me just don't fall off the sky, you know. So keep vibing, ho. And you know this fact, you can fact check. I'm from the crack era. When niggas run off and work it, don't bring it back ever. Standing at the window, hoe catching, boss like a back catcher.
Beautiful naked big titty women just don't fall out of the sky, you know.
Let's keep zoning, let's keep floating, let's keep moaning. Girl, I know that it ain't over. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Heart was broken, I am frozen, now you're glowing. This is more than just a moment. In the morning, you'll be running back to me. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some.
Shit, I'm tryna fuck something right now, split this little G6. Shit, just let me out, she just wanna suck my dick. Shit, keep that bread, treat her like sexy red. Shit, throw that little shit back, show her you ain't scared. Fuck her like a porn star, in the car. Fuck her on the jet, yeah, we taking off. Fuck her in the club, on top of the bar. Got her fucked up in the head, the fuck you
Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. Shawty wanna fuck, whoa. I'ma let that hop on some. All eyes is on me. Won't tell no lies, won't hold my tongue. Don't cry for me.
I know rapper friends, I hang with the vultures. Big ass toaster, hit you with and flip it over. Big old nigga, he's a big old goofy, really go bird. Jump off in that lane, you gon' get put on a poster. My Ferrari F8, Lamborghini Roadster. I turned 10 bricks into 12, then birds had a growth spurt. We gon' do some shopping later, I'ma need some dough first. I just got some head and a ghost, and a ghost turn. Yeah, out of here. Your boyfriend a gopher. I seen him out with her, I pretend like I don't know her. I can't do no features with you, nigga, that's a no sir. Hardest nigga on earth, I'm not really from earth. We got down 911, I let off the phone first. I put in my own work, better do your homework. I can hear that money calling, I pick up the first ring. What you gon' charge an old man for that pussy, girl, don't hurt me.
Ice out all my scandal hoes, boost all the insurance up. Iced out all my ghetto hoes who turned into influencers. Smirky, yo, fuck that bitch and leave, I don't care who she fuck. Back shit out her closet, hot as hell, she got on Yeezy up. I got moles with me, bump out the feds, man, I got foes with me. You got goofies with you, before I do that, I keep some hoes with me. Asking for my gun when I'm in Cali, nigga, this your city. Why you DM my bitch, acting like we fuck these hoes below silly. Street niggas won't rain me, on like calamari. Took her at that cheap shit, took her to Bulgari. Never tell her sorry, this car a Ferrari. Offset with this Cuban link, you think she was Cardi? Go gang leaders with me all times. I don't know who I fucked last night, I got Alzheimer's. I don't know who them hoes is, man, they all lying. Brody, tell me who them hoes is, man, they all fine. On that hooligans, and we with the foolish this. I'm anti-Semitic, I just fucked a Jewish bitch. I just fucked Scooter's bitch, and we ran her like a lead. Bitch got pregnant in the threesome, so whose baby is it? Whose baby is it? My niggas putting belt to ass, pull up with the switches. This ain't Jimmy Butler, but the heat got extensions. This ain't Columbine, but we came in with the trenches.
I ain't for a neck, cause her boyfriend bought that necklace.
With the trenches, with the trenches,
Fuck it, I scratched another nigga woman up off my checklist.
with the trenches.
I've been living reckless. I was take off, wasn't there that night and used to text.
With the
Wish I
trenches,
could bring Picasso back there with my best friend. Boys, I need you to give me something big. I'm talking about dollar signs. Skinny pit flow to the hoe. No, I don't wanna fuck. She can suck it till she suck it dry. California nigga with some European freaks. Badass bitch from the middle. East wanna lick on me, stick on me. Even though I got security, even though she got a man, she know he ain't as pure as me, seriously. Soon as I get back trading in my euros for the Puro keys. Couple gray hairs up in my beard that showing my maturity, yeah. Hey, shout out to my symphony, ninth out, spaced out. We did that shit so differently and brilliantly. Dollar sign Iggy and we birth YG. Fades in the backyard, no talking, take flight instantly. 883D, Buddha, my nigga, James Cool, my nigga, that's true. She starting that P out the D, she want me to put some of this coke in her butt. She rushing, I beat up the pussy for Ukraine. Bought her a bag and I filled it with loose change. Just on my exit, she told me that you changed. Yeah. Dollar don't rather be fucking it up. Still screaming free to see million thugs. Fuck the police, the DA and the judge. Way out of Saudi, I found me a plug. Don't wanna go out, she rather do drugs. Can't be my man if we met in the club.
Give me something, bitch, I'm talking about dollar signs. Look at here, hope I don't wanna fuck. Get the fuck, shooting this gangster like that. Give me something, bitch, I'm talking about dollar signs. Look at here, hope I don't wanna fuck. Get the fuck, shooting this gangster like that. 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 They got your hand on the rim, bro. You got the lock on anymore. You gotta get out here, baby. You gotta get out here, baby. She wanna live this lifestyle. She wanna live this lifestyle. She wanna be right now. She wanna live this lifestyle. She wanna live this lifestyle. She wanna be right now. She said she ready to go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. She said she ready to go.
I just made a deal with a reaper. Tell him do anything now. Need to ask about me before you jump. Yeah, what did I kill that? Niggas get snapped, niggas get roughed up. I'm feeling good. surrounded by clock. You doing something like easy for me though. I'm with her, keep it tight, with it tight. I just see him like tight. Yeah, we keep this a fool, touch my team. It's my dream, making a music, get up on the top. She love my comfort. The TJ man, the T1. That big face on, roll on my set, do numbers a lot more than I'm gonna fuck our song. I don't even care you like it or not. Mañana we pulling best on the lot. Sábado we on the yacht with that. Drinkers is stunting, she bought me a car.
And I'm ready, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I'm here to stay. I'm not back, I'm better. And I'm ready, mentally, physically.
Big booty bitch, I know who paid for it. Yeah. Big booty bitch, I know who paid for it. You run all my brigade, you know no saying.
Working man baba.
If you say you're grace, I get your ass. Yeah, that minute drop out the road. Stay with you, have on some pose. When I'm rocking, I got it close. Yeah. Peanut butter guts from the inside. I'm going for a bite up the herb batches. Molly can't bite like Mentos. I don't do credit. I don't do credit. Shut up and shine my necklace. Playing with the block like Tetris. I want to fit in my dentures. All you time ties with all your women. Keep your dog strapped down and reckless. All the mud busts down in the speckless. No complaining that they calling me the bestest. Push the cut bust down broke necklace. I ain't telling no reason to disguise it. I done seen it, I turn my eyes. Tell your man who.
Working man, working man. Working man, working man.
Someone white? Oh no.
Oh no. That's so bad. Chicken skit, Tuscany, good chicken skit. Tuscany.
Told my man hold the truth, that's on slime. I'm a Leo, I got 9 lives. Blinded hunters won't come for your life. If you won't see me succeed, gotta tell me everything that I need. Malcolm X told the guy how to need. Like a dirty, but I'm having cheese. I got a bitch in Belize. Might be pregnant and this ain't a tease. I was telling my slime not to leave. Too much money to be in the streets, yeah. Too much money to be in the streets. Too much money to spend all on me. Too much shading and not enough love. Free Larry, free Young Thug. Free Larry, free Young Thug. Back on road, go, get in that mode. Shit that they been on, low vibrational. I'm on vibranium, cars, they titanium. You know when you're salient, landing SoFi Stadium. I feel like Hussein or something. I've been on a crazy run. If you got the cake and buns, you gon' have to send me some. This one here for YSL. I ain't talking Saint Laurent. Too ahead, we way up front. Know my name, I play too much. In this way, I'm way too much money to be in the streets. Too much money to spend all on me. Too much shaking and not enough love. Free Larry, free Young Thug. Free Larry, free Young Thug. Too much money to be in the streets. Too much money to spend all on me. Too much shaking and not enough love. Free Larry, free Young Thug. While we at it, free Meech. I'm the owner of this shit, not a lease. I go ghost and I get out of reach. Cause I gotta protect my peace. They say to trust the process. But all I trust is me. Cause all I trust is I gotta go tell him I said God bless. Holy water, take me to the river. Holy Father, forgive me for my sins. Holy water, holy water, holy water. Free all my friends, protect my sons, protect my daughters. Take me to your river. with a gun to my head. They told me not to move with a gun to my head. I sat down
Papa kirim salam
with a gun to my head.
dari chat.
Told me not to
Chat live ah.
with a gun to my
Oh, dia cakap working man.
I've been down inside out of mind with a gun in my bed. And I've been down inside out of mind. I ain't never been that hard to find. Let's just tip on the ride. Out of sight, out of mind. You never see my business online. Yeah. No, we don't talk all the time. Do you still miss me when I'm out of sight, out of mind? Ooh yeah. I sat down. We can go there, just point it out. Girl, I know you love it. We could never go over budget. I could take you where homie doesn't. Tell by your purse he don't really love you. Bringing me back on the subject. We could never go over budget. When I get you, it's no discussion. You're back on track like DJ Mustard. Get the business like you on the board. And we finna go overboard. And we finna tape it whole record. Playing when I'm not around. Playing it without the sound. For the fact I had a screaming Jesus, now you know the Lord told you I'ma give you something magic. Say your grace, I get your ass fixed. I need to get behind it like some ad-libs. I need 50% just like the taxes. Out of sight, out of mind. I said no, I said you down. My business online. Yeah. No, we don't talk all the time. If you told me, do you still miss me when I'm out of sight, out of mind? Ooh yeah. I said no, I said down, gun to my head. If you told me, I sat down. Tell me your person don't really love you. He don't really love you. He don't really love you. He don't really love you. Tell me your person don't really love you. He don't really love you. He don't really love you. He don't deserve to love you. Tell me your person don't really love you. He don't deserve to love you. No. He don't deserve to love you. Tell me your person don't really love you. Tell me your person don't really love you. I sat down with a gun to my head. You hold me down. All that other shit is dead. Tell my Percy don't really love you. He don't deserve to 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 love you. Tell me Percy don't really love you. Tell me what's worse than them niggas. Tell me it's just the bad news. Christmas he picked out bad shoes. Had it locked at me and Wu-Tang forever, bitch, cash rule. Wu-Tang forever, bitch, ass rule. Lined up looking like who asked you? And I'm looking like who asked you? From it down the thought you passed through. I sat down with a gun to my head. He told me hold me down, and all the other bitches dead. You even remember what we fought today? You even remember why we fought today? Down on done everything y'all made. Loving, this is all for me. Find the shit in your signal. Find the shit in your WhatsApp. Find the shit in your deleted. Hey, bitch, tell me what's that? I don't know where you was at. Tell me now where you was at. Tell me now where you was at. Tell me how you was that. Find the shit in your signal. Find the shit in your WhatsApp. Find the shit in your deleted text. Hey, bitch, what was that? Hey, bitch, what was that? Hey, bitch, what was that? Tell me where you was at. Tell me what you
was that I sat down with a gun to my head. If you hold me down, I swear all the mother bitches dead. Take this vow, take my vow with a gun to my head. Promise you now, all the mother bitches dead. Pew.
Pussy like a step 3, straight water. Baby, what's the Kelly Price? This the Kevin Costner. Messing with the real one. Never all brand, how they steal down to me. I cannot explain ice on my teeth. Now my dentist sticky Johnny Dang. I just hit a lick on the industry. Now they in pay. Y'all gon' see me with a blonde if I'm being free. Yeah. I'ma put the studio inside a Chase Bank. Life's like a movie role, but I ain't Tom Hanks. Tryna go to war with me, I'm bringing all tanks. I don't need your reparations, we too strong, ayy. Find out why we elevating like Solange, ayy. Ballin' ever since I came in like LeBron, ayy. Going against corporations, one-on-one. This that unlock. This the shit that have you spazzing on every block. They want me to take them back, but I'd rather not.
They want me to take it back, but I'd rather not.
You don't want no problems, you just. 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 I love it here, we gonna take over the year for another year. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. Don't tryna test me, it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy. Just bless me. Bless me. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. Just tryna bless me. Just bless me. Bless me. You don't want no problems, you just. You don't want no problems.
Once again, the puzzle just got planned. So please again. Parked up outside in the old school. The new me back with the OU. A dog always finds his way back home, and it's so true. Later on, fall through and pop one. You know the motto, smoke something, drink something, pop one. Got your hand on my gun while your ass ride shotgun. High stakes, you risk it every day. Round, around. I know funny ugly niggas just not fun. Had to zero out the fade cause I'm not one. Yeah. So smoke something, drink something, pop one. 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 Yeah. Smoke some, drink some power. 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 Smoke some, drink some pop. 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 On the front shoes, I'm getting paid due. Ball with it, yeah. I'm in a call with it, yeah. I made phone calls with it, yeah. I made bank calls with it, yeah. And H-Town lately, where you find me, yeah. Round city, no ID, yeah. Back in the biz while I find peace, yeah. Beats popular and need notchiness. Blew up in them. Smoke some, drink some pop. 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 Smoke some, drink some pop.
No. Sedap. Semua. Kenal dia. So can I buy from you or not? Saya saham. Oh iya dah.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul and tell me the size. Whenever the smoke clear out of my face and my picture perfect, do I look fried? All of that green and yellow that drip from your eyes is telling. Tell your demise, I'm with to my side. To push back the ceiling and push back the feelings I had to the side. I replay them nights and right by my side. All I see is a sea of people that round me. If they just knew what Scotty would do to jump out the stage and say I'm a child. The things are creative and can't almost wait it. I gotta find balance and keep me a smile. Yeah, that shit wild. The state of my ear, I took it for zero. The flame you saying I'm ready for miles. The shit was in love, they got me fucked up. I put you on bus and take you around. A couple of guys inside of the school, I gave them the tools to get it off ground. They say they're the ones when they make their ears can't look in the mirror. That shit wild. Stand on the stage, I give them the range. I'm turning it down, keep taking it out. We doing the streets, we do it for keys, we do it for rights. I'm 52 weeks, this shit ain't for pleasure. I'm coming to tweak, this shit is for me. If it ain't no bad, you invited and rapping it round. I take me a beat and I turn to a piece. By the crib on the hill, made it out of the reach. By a couple more whistles, I needed more smoke. By a couple more watches, I needed more time. Didn't buy the condo, it's one of the least. And I'm also more ice. Cause I'm running me, he made a cast on my dish. She never go cheat if I gave you a day in my life or a day in my life.
Tak ada tahu kan? Mana dia pada tahu dia nak? Dia nak dia.
And some other parts that feel weird or boring.
Vision.
La la, where wait till I get my money right.
Sini yuk, sini.
Virtually reconstructed versions of you.
Apa
I feel like
market?
they are so
Apa nama udah? MK.
All right, so you've seen the unboxing. Now it's time for the breakdown. All right, so you.
Huh?
You've seen the unboxing. Now it's time for the breakdown. What is using the Apple Vision Pro actually like? This is easily one of Apple's craziest, most radical, possibly dystopian products of all time, and I have a lot of thoughts here. Like, I've been using it for about a week now. There are some parts of this thing that are absolutely incredible, and some other parts that feel weird or borderline unfinished. There are all kinds of new technologies, from a new operating system to infrared eye tracking to virtually reconstructed versions of you. I feel like there are so many actually new things that you have to understand in order to get a sense of what this headset actually is and what it does. So I'm gonna break this down into two parts. This video is all about using the Vision Pro. It's everything I've learned from the past week of wearing and getting used to this thing every single day. But I'm also working on a more wide-ranging, possibly more existential review video. But let's just start with the more hardware fundamentals, right? Like, what is this thing that I'm holding, literally? Apple Vision Pro, at its core, well, it is a VR headset. Now, Apple would never say that, and they probably won't like that I'm saying that word. You know, I made an entire video about why they refuse to use those words, and they're calling it spatial computing instead. We'll get there. But the truth is, it's a really, really, really high-end virtual reality headset. It's something we've seen before, right? It's got displays and lenses and speakers and fans and buttons. And this is a form factor. This is a thing that we have seen before. But before I even turn this thing on, there are clearly several things that are a little different about this one. So first of all, it's made of metal. Lots of metal and glass here, which are high quality but heavy materials, relatively speaking. So there's this precisely machined aluminum frame around the outside. And yes, those are intakes for fans at the bottom and then vents for those fans at the top. On the right side, there's your digital crown that can be pressed in or turned. And on the other side is just a single larger button. So kind of basically the same two buttons as an Apple Watch. And then when you get a little further back on this band here, these little pods with downward facing grills, these are speakers, which are pointed straight at your ears and work surprisingly well. Though of course it also means that people around you can hear a little bit of what you're hearing. There's a little bit of bleed. And I have a lot to say about spatial audio, so stay tuned for that. But the main event is at the front. There's an enormous piece of glass, which, yes, is very easy to fingerprint and smudge. And then behind that thing, there's this outward-facing OLED display and a bunch of sensors all the way around. Outside-facing sensors that go forward, sideways, and straight down. There's depth sensors, infrared illuminators, LiDAR scanners, and just regular old RGB cameras, all being processed by an M2 chip and an R1 chip inside this thing. And then maybe the craziest part, inside the headset, there are a bunch more sensors facing your eyes, tracking your eyes in real time for all the eye control and everything that comes with that, and also then to display a representation of your eyes on the outside of the headset. Kinda, we'll get there. But overall, when you put it all together, you get a very well-made, very high-end, but also pretty heavy computer to wear on your face. So officially, this headset with this solo knit band, when I weighed it, showed up as 638 grams, which some of you on Twitter have already pointed out is actually slightly less than the plastic Meta Quest Pro. But that Quest Pro also has a lot of battery on the back of your head as a sort of a counterbalance. So the weight distribution is very different. Also, the Quest Pro is not that comfortable anyway. But the point is, this for Apple, made the choice of taking the battery off of the headset, which means, okay, now there's nothing on the back of your head, so you can wear it and lean up against things, and that might be an upside, but that also now means you have to deal with this cable all the time running up to your head, and the fact that it's very front-weighted now. All of the weight is on the front of your face. So this is the battery, as you saw in the unboxing. If you haven't already seen the unboxing, that just went up. I'll link it below the like button. But this battery is a surprisingly small 3,366 milliamp hours. I say surprisingly small because a normal battery bank of this size you might expect to be 10, 15, 20,000 milliamp hours. I suspect there's a lot of heat insulation happening here, but it comes...
Kan? Straight. We will be right back. Stay tuned.
Ayo kan?
Tak tahu. Tak ada. Tadi bapak kerja.
Ni letak.
Kau simpan. Commercial break.
Kau pause.
Tu kan. Play kat jaga background lah. Tapi tak ada guna pun.
Comes with a non-removable 4-foot cable and a proprietary connector at the end of the cable that will twist and lock to the headset. And so the lock is really solid. It makes sense that it's not just straight USB that could get disconnected easily. Once you connect it, it starts glowing, and then it starts booting up, and there's even a little Apple logo that displays on the outside screen while it takes, you know, a little under a minute to turn on. So there is no on or off button or switch anywhere on this headset, maybe kind of like AirPods Max, something like that. So if you ever take the headset off and put it down, it will enter a standby mode after some time, but it won't turn off. If you want to turn it off, you literally have to twist and unplug the cable. That's the only way to actually turn the headset off. Now, famously already, the battery life with this included battery is not super long on this headset. 2 to 4 hours is actually realistic for what you can expect for just like this built-in battery. But that's also kind of right in line with a lot of other VR headsets. Battery life on VR headsets is not that great in general. If you do want to use it longer, the only way to do that is there's a USB-C port on the battery, and you have to plug the battery in. So you could plug the battery into the wall for infinite battery life, or I guess you could plug it into like you could daisy chain another battery into the other pocket or something for even longer life, but yeah, 2 to 4 hours. Now, at first, it seemed weird to me that the port is on the same side of the battery as the non-removable cable, but I think it's because they just want you to default to putting this battery like in your pocket, probably in your back pocket. So even if it's plugged into the wall, it can still be in your back pocket. You're just gonna want to get a longer USB-C cable. So there are no controllers that come with this headset. Now, it does support other input methods that are like game controllers and mouse and keyboard, and those can be incredibly useful. But by default, the primary input method for everyone using the Vision Pro is your eyes and your hands. So the first time you put on this headset, it goes through this calibration process, and it's pretty interesting. So the first time you ever put it on, it first adjusts the distance between the lenses, physically moving them inside the headset to match the distance between your eyes. Then it does a sort of a hand scan, so it understands your hands. And then you go through this process of basically looking at a bunch of dots all the way around the screen and then tapping your fingers together to select them. Kind of feels like an eye test or something. And then you're in. So first thing you're gonna notice is you can actually kind of put your hands anywhere as long as the headset can see this. Just your fingers touching together. So there's a lot of pictures of people like using a headset with their fingers like out in front of them, pinching like that. But you actually don't have to do that. It's such a wide angle because of the sensors facing forward and sideways and down. You can kind of just rest your hand anywhere in front of you, in your lap. As long as you pinch like that, it can generally pick it up, which is impressive. So you're pinching to control anywhere in that 180-degree bubble in front of you. And then the digital crown, you hit that once, and the app drawer comes up. Pretty simple. Doesn't seem that impressive, but this is actually a peek at the first really impressive thing about this headset to me, which is it seems to have incredible spatial positioning lock. And like, it's really hard to show, like have you appreciate this through a YouTube video. Reviewing VR headsets is hard, but like turn around in the room you're in and like picture a wall or a window just appearing locked in place in 3D space in your room. And no matter how much you move your head or move around, it stays exactly kind of floating where it's supposed to be. But when I say floating, I think you're picturing like a soft float, but it's locked. And that's how it starts. So now you're in Apple's new Vision OS. I would describe this as kind of similar to iPad OS, but way more glassy, and like, of course, with the extra dimension of 3D space. So hitting the digital crown will always get the app drawer back in front of you, and then simply look at the icon you want and pinch your fingers together to select it and open that app. Scrolling is basically as you'd expect. You just kind of pinch and grab in the air and then pull as if it's on a string, and physics let you pull things through the air. It's pretty intuitive, it's responsive, it's fluid, sometimes it's kind of bouncy even. I would say the biggest adjustment is only being able to control exactly what you're looking at. And I don't think people realize how often they're controlling things that they're not exactly looking directly at with other computers and other UIs. But with this, you can look at the button to select it, and if you look at the next thing you're going to do, you're no longer controlling the button. You have to look exactly where you're trying to interact with things. It takes a few extra brain cycles to remember to always be looking exactly at the thing you're controlling. So when you open a window of a Vision OS app, like any one of the default Apple apps here, it locks into place, it's floating there. It kind of looks, again, like an iPad app, but very glassy, like this frosted glass around the UI sort of lets you see through a little bit to the color behind it. And it even sometimes casts a shadow on the ground in the correct Z space, so it really solidifies that it's floating in front of you. All of this makes it feel like the window is in the space around you. Then, if you look at the bottom of the window, you get a little bar. You can always just look at that bar and pinch to drag it around. So drag it forward, backward, anywhere you want in X, Y, and Z space, and then let go, and it just stays absolutely locked. And then you can look at either bottom corner to resize, to make it bigger or smaller. And then finally, there's a little X at the bottom. You select that, that closes it. So that is the basics of Vision OS and just using an app. Now, this entire time, by default, and almost any time they can, pass-through is on, which means you have the headset on, but you can see with the cameras right through to everything around you. And I think this is where Apple really wants to normalize the term spatial computing, because it feels like augmented reality. It feels like you're always able to see the space around you. But technically, it's not actually AR, because you are still looking at a reconstructed version through a camera feed of the world around you instead of the actual world around you. But maybe it's all just semantics. I will say this is the best pass-through of any VR headset I have ever used, and it's not even that close. Now again, it's so hard to get this through a YouTube video. It does have screen recording built in, so I'm going to try to use that, but imagine putting a headset on and not really feeling like you're looking at a screen with the real world. Because of the pixel density, because of the 90 hertz refresh rate, and because of the impressive dynamic range of the cameras and the correctly adjusting shutter speed, you just almost just feel like you're looking at the real world, not through a headset. Also, the pass-through is so close to real time that I could legitimately interact with all kinds of things. I could catch items flying at me. I even tried playing ping pong. It was easy, no hesitation. So officially, the R1 chip is doing all the processing of all this stuff and adjusting the shutter speed for different lighting conditions and always keeping pass-through latency under 12 milliseconds, which is the lowest in the industry. But it's really combining that with how close to reality the colors and brightness and everything are that keeps it feeling kind of real. Basically, the only noticeable restriction is super close-up items and objects can get a bit blurry, and then you can't quite make out like really small or fine text, so you can't like read an email or tiny text on your phone in your hand, but you can absolutely text people or read your notifications while keeping the headset on. If you've tried other VR headsets, you know how impressive that is. It's really good with the tech that exists now for VR headsets. But you can definitely still take the headset off and be like, oh, it's way brighter in here than I thought it was. Either way, that's all pass-through, but if you ever want to fully immerse yourself, I mean, it is a VR headset after all you gotta do is rotate this digital crown clockwise, just keep turning it, and it will slowly dial your environment more and more into your field of view until you dial it all the way up to fully surrounding you. So all of the windows you might have had open will still stay stuck where they were, but everything you're doing is just on the moon now. So yeah, there's a couple environments Apple has built in here, most of them relaxing scenic locations like in California somewhere, or one really nice one is Mount Hood with a little bit of rain falling. They're not quite photorealistic, but they're just short of photorealistic. Like they're the most realistic digital environments that I've seen. So then the last two big quirks of the UI. Control Center. So the only way to get to Control Center is to look up, and you can't just look up, but you have to physically turn your head up and look at this arrow that appears above you. So once you see that, you select that, and then you get your Control Center for things like, battery life and notifications, focus modes, and screen recording, and pairing to a Mac. But the other big quirk is text input. So you might be wondering, how does text input work with no physical controllers? So there's basically 3 ways to do this. So let's say you're in Safari and you want to go to mkbhd.com. You really want one of those shiny new Chevron hoodies for the rest of winter. Great. How do you do it? So the first way is to literally hunt and peck, poking the keys on the keyboard that appears in the air in front of you. So this one is tough because it literally only reacts to your pointer finger on each hand. So you actually can't type fast like with home row or anything like that. Not great. The second way, though, I think is actually kind of good. It's at least faster, which is looking at the key you want to interact with and then pinching to select it. So just looking around the keyboard like this and selecting the keys. And you might be surprised how fast you can type like this if you actually know your way around a keyboard pretty well. I actually prefer this to poking the virtual keys because I at least get a little bit of haptic feedback from my own fingers tapping together. But then in Safari, the last way to do it is literally to just look up at the microphone and say the URL out loud, mkbhd.com. And then it just hears you and goes to the site pretty quick if it's a URL that, you can actually say out loud. So, what can you actually do with this thing? Like, now that we know what it is, it's the M2 chip, a computer on your face with the displays and the lenses inside and all sorts of sensors everywhere. What can this thing actually do? And I feel like the most common way to phrase that is, what is the killer app? Because we feel like we need some sort of justification to spend $3,000-$4,000 on this thing. Like, applications made the iPhone what it is as we know it. Like, apps made the iPad. So what is the app situation on the Vision Pro? So there are 2 types of apps on the Vision Pro, actually. The first is apps that are built specifically for the Vision Pro to take advantage of its awesome experiences. And there are a few of those right now. And then there are all the other apps, which basically are iPhone and iPad apps that happen to be compatible because the developer didn't opt out. And the first kind is way cooler. So these are Apple's stock apps here that come with the Vision Pro. And so these are all, of course, made just for Vision Pro. So they're going to have stuff that takes full advantage of what this thing is capable of. Apple Music is a pretty classic one. Like, it has all the same functionality of any other Apple Music app, but in this super glassy frosted window and shows the colors of whatever's behind it. And you have the sort of sorting menu on the left-hand side instead of across the bottom. That's the basic layout. Same thing with the Notes app and the Settings app. Very glassy, almost looking like an iPad app in the air, just rebuilt with this new material design. And then there's the media apps. So Apple TV and Disney Plus, they both come pre-installed, which they have built entire environments inside of them for watching media. And there's even a small collection of videos on the Apple TV app that are shot on a new proprietary format specifically for Vision Pro. So it drops you into a space with a full 180-degree video, and Alicia Keys walks right up to you and starts singing right to your face. It's crazy. There's also the Photos app, which will let you look at, like, panoramic photos, for example, in this fully immersive view. So you can blow them up to full screen, and then it gives you a bit of a parallax effect around the edges. So it feels like you're, like, looking into a window of your own photo and looking around. It's kind of incredible. And then there's also some other really fun third-party apps that I've tried that were built ahead of time. So Sky Guide, this is a good one. You can look around a real representation of the sky around you where any of the constellations would normally be. You can look at it a little longer and it'll pop it out. You can pull it out of the sky to get more information about it. It's a pretty great idea. There's another one called Jig Space, which it's a sick app. I don't know if I'd ever use it, but basically it lets you load 3D models into the space you're in and mess around with them, take them apart, view them in actual size. And this really takes advantage of how good the placement lock is on the Vision Pro. And you can walk around and really gets you a better understanding of the scale of things that you don't get to see up close very often. And then Keynote is another funny one. So you can, of course, go through and edit a keynote just like normal if you want to. But then they've built this whole environment for practicing your presentation skills. So you press that and it says, oh, would you like to go to a conference room or the literal Steve Jobs theater, so you can rehearse talking to your audience with your keynote slides behind you. It is genuinely incredibly immersive. And there's already a bunch more apps like this in the App Store already at launch that are specifically built for Vision Pro, so they'll take advantage of its various strengths. Now, are any of these a killer app? Not really. I mean, I don't. If you're looking for any one of these to be the reason why you spend like $4,000 on this headset, I don't think we have that yet. But then at least there's all the other non-native, but technically still compatible apps that are in the App Store. And these are going to look just like iPhone and iPad apps. Actually, there's a pre-installed folder on the home screen when you get this thing, literally called Compatible Apps. And there's a bunch of them from Apple here. They look exactly like iPad apps. I'm surprised actually that more of them aren't fully built out to take advantage of Vision Pro, but like Apple Maps is just the iPad app. And so it would be cool if there was some like fun augmented reality overlay, walking directions type stuff, but nope, it's all the exact same functionality that you would find if you open this app on your iPad. And you can go to the App Store and search a bunch of the names of apps you already know and love and find them by name and grab them, and they'll work the exact same way. Crazily enough though, there are already some notable exceptions. No Netflix app for the Vision Pro, no YouTube app for the Vision Pro, no Spotify app for the Vision Pro. Apple has a kind of a contentious relationship with a lot of developers right now, especially some of the bigger ones. And so some have made the active choice to opt out. They're like, we don't want to be there. This won't be a big enough platform to matter to us to justify the work, so they're not there. Now, I totally get it, but also now, as a Vision Pro owner and someone who's using it, I'm like, it's kind of a bummer. I really wanted to be able to watch like a Netflix show offline, downloaded ahead of time, but you can't do that now. But at least for now, for the record, you can use the browser and anything that would work in the browser. So if you pull up Safari and you get a full screen 4K YouTube video going and locked in space or even in an environment, it looks great. It's razor sharp. Like I could totally watch YouTube videos like this, but you will definitely be missing like the features of having a dedicated app like offline video. Honestly, to me, the killer app of the Vision Pro isn't just an app, it's actually the ecosystem. And we knew this was coming, but the second you log into a Vision Pro with your Apple ID, immediately it starts pulling all the services and all the stuff that you're used to from all the other Apple devices you already have. And I said this before the Vision Pro was announced. I was like, this is the most obvious strategy for Apple because there are lots of people out there who have never considered buying a VR headset that are considering only this one because they have an iPhone and this is the one that works with the iPhone and none of the others are particularly close. So all of your iMessages are already here, all of your photos are already here and loaded up and backed up. All your notes are already at your fingertips. You already saw the Keynote app. But okay, easily my favorite feature is connecting to your Mac, right? So anytime your Mac is in front of you and it's turned on, hit that arrow, and then there's this little icon to become my Mac's virtual display. So I click that and then pick my Mac, and it pretty much instantly, it actually blacks out the display of my Mac and then turns that display into a 4K window inside of the headset. So now, my keyboard and trackpad still work, even if it is a desktop, the keyboard and the trackpad still control everything, and you can continue using it just like a normal computer, but with the ability to make your new 4K monitor as big or as small or close or far away as you want, which is super sick. And then the bonus is, you can still open up and place other Vision Pro apps around your Mac computer. So like you can have your Mac in the middle here, maybe you're editing or doing some work on the Mac app, and then you have a Safari window or messages or whatever else you want right next to it around it. And then your keyboard and trackpad can move seamlessly between them all to control all of them. This to me, as a Mac user, the ease of use for setup to make this happen, this feels like the biggest game changer, like the most compelling, futuristic feeling use of this headset to me, especially on a plane. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times I've had an awkward conversation because like I'm editing a video on the plane, the person next to me sees I'm editing a video of myself and it's kind of weird and hard to explain, but I'm picturing putting the headset on, the display blacks out, but now I can do all the editing I want, and I can make the screen as big as I want. So I've really enjoyed using that feature. Again, the biggest challenge though is still remembering to look exactly at the thing you want to control. So aside from typing on the real keyboard on whatever window is open, if you want to control something, you have to be looking at it. Again, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you try it, you'll see what I mean. And then also, odd limitation, one monitor only from the Mac, one virtual monitor only at a time. So if you usually run like a dual display setup like I do for Final Cut Pro, big preview on one side, timeline on the other side, you can't do that. You have to use the big one monitor version of your setup. All right, so you might have realized I've left one thing out this whole time. One thing, you could call it one more thing. Sure, it's one more huge, crazy thing, but it's kind of the defining characteristic of this product, and that is personas. So in all the advertising you've seen of Vision Pro, there's these eyes on the outside of the headset that looks like they're kind of in like a pass-through, like in a dark astronaut helmet type of thing. Easily the most memed, most unique aspect of this headset, right? It's the only headset with an outward display, and I mean, it's very, very prominent in those videos. But in real life, as you've started to see from some of my footage, it is very different.
Probably not. Tadi. Tadi.
The whole day is for
I mean, not bad.
Not bad. But how do you grow from ni tu dekat YouTube? YouTube.
I need to
Punya
funnel
stream.
it inside.
Funnel it from marketing lah.
From other things lah.
Understood?
Twitter, IG,
Betul.
Reddit. And then once it's enough viewers, then it will grow itself lah. Tapi kalau kau nak cuba try funnel, orang tak nak pun, that probably means our video sucks. Our content sucks lah.
Yalah.
Orang masuk betul dia macam kena keluar lah.
Channel 8,000.
So ni kau nak macam mana nak sebelah-sebelah? Kena kat sini lah.
Ya kot. I think would be
Dekat
better
sini.
sini je.
Lepas tu ni?
Itu
Oh
lah.
ya, ni kat bawah je lah, okey lah.
Ya, betul.
Okey je lah.
Tapi tu ada space sikit tau. Dia akan ada space sikit.
Kenapa pula?
Antara sini.
Kenapa pula?
Sebab ni kecil.
Ni kau pusing je.
Okay.
Tolak tepi semua.
Tak, dia boleh.
Kau nak macam tu?
Dan?
Dia fikir je pusing tak? Lepas tu kita macam tu dua-dua.
Sini.
Tak kan, kau masuk sini lah.
Agaknya lah.
Oh yelah, pasti dia tolak yang punya ni kat sini. Right, dia duduk sini, kau duduk sini. Kan?
Tak, dia kena ada sama.
So, ya betul lah kau cakap, ni ada space. Empty useless space macam membazir.
Betul sangat. Macam bebal.
Betul, dia cakap kalau meja kau kat sini tak muat yang meja lagi.
Sini muat lah. Tapi dia ada space juga.
So kalau Iyah punya pusing sini, kau punya letak sini.
Dia punya boleh muat. Oh, okay. Sini lah.
So ada roda tu.
Dia ada wall juga. Untuk ini. Untuk plug. Kalau dia letak situ.
So maksudnya kena ke depan lah sikit.
Depan sikit lah.
Depan banyak actually.
Banyak macam bodoh lah.
Macam bodoh.
Okay je lah kot. Tapi I think I would sit here.
Oh.
And this would be in there. No. In there. Kan? Okay.
Ya,
Dalam sangat
ni ASB kita biar di sini. untuk PC, kau duduk laptop kat sini. Kita letak ni kat situ.
Boleh, macam tadi je lah.
Kan? Macam tadi je lah. And macam tadi je lah.
Okay.
Okay. Sweet.
Ada sikit.
Okay, so laptop tak sini lah.
Monitor pun kalau letak sini pun okey kan?
Tu lah tu actually. Sekarang tak ada USB. Tak boleh pakai. Take me home. Ada banyak kursi.
Member aku tadi datang bawa dalam office. So kalau kau nak lepak, aku ada sedia di office ni. Boleh lepak je kau.
Ada spider.
Ada apa?
Ada spider. Babi ni
Barat.
29.
Tapi yang lain tadi okey.
Ada 4 monitor.
Oh, 4 monitor. Monitor main PC lagi nanti kan? Lepas tu belikan kau lagi satu laptop lah.
Gone. Ni jadi travel. Tu jadi.
Kenapa laptop yang tu tak jadi travel juga? Apa tu?
Mana boleh? Dia berat. Dia berat sikit.
What the fuck? Probably kena ingat of this one.
Ya tu.
MacBook I probably. So sekarang yang bagi diorang tengok apa? Tengok channel lagi.
What shall?
Sekarang kita tukar dia jadi
inilah dia punya vision. Okay.
Stupid.
Kita ada benda lawa kat belakang tak?
Benda lawa kat belakang. Betul. Betul. Kalau monitor ni play je PC kan?
Oh ya, tu
play just a background shit kan? Macam tu okey ke ah?
Ya tu sekarang pun boleh.
Kan? Yalah.
Okay, this TV is
Betul lah.
think so.
Do you want to use that or no? Belum lah, saya guna. Dia pun tak kena beli dia fucking HDMI first.
Kalau kena macam ni ke tak? Kalau yang ni macam mana?
Rabunin. La 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 la.
We're gonna play something lah juga.
Play something. What do you mean? Lagu?
Kira nak buat apa background dia punya wallpaper saja guys.
Ya kot. Tu je fikir. Tapi not worth the effort kan? Is it worth the effort? It is? Okay. Sebab dia kecil kat belakang kat sini. New lead tinted 2 tingkap berapa? Bodoh lah. Aku dah cakap lah. Diorang nak tanya dulu.
Rabak.
Diorang tak jawab pun soalan. Diorang tak tanya, tak cakap pun nama dia apa. Dia cakap lah dengan Syuk ni.
Ya tu dia tengok.
Dia tak nak dengar. Salah kan? Dia tu.
What the hell?
Oh, Abdullah ni actually pick sticker.
Pick sticker?
Dia pick produk lah. First guy yang pick produk.
Oh, baik.
First fucking guy. I guess there's things that we can watch also lah. Can react to kan. Sebab alang-alang kita pun selalunya tengok benda juga.
Betul?
Like Netflix and shit kan. Tapi we just watch like things
So
that
it's hard to, kalau nak buat work, nak record Faiz punya juga, punya juga susah. Dia kena ada one static something.
Yeah. I mean ada je kot.
What is it?
No, ni OS capture media source ni. I don't know.
Team.
Browser, kalau kau stream kat diri kau, yang boleh ambil stream kau letak kat sini lah.
So I have to stream dekat sini dulu.
Yes. Which is not that smart.
Mana ya?
Next.
Mana ya? Saya kena buat ni dulu.
Buat apa? Tapi tu je saya dah.
Hah?
Tak ada problem.
Ini ada.
Bising boy dia.
Ya.
Saya dah bising sangat tu.
Semua benda bising.
La 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 la. Company Melayu or Chinese?
Tinta 2 tingkap. Mencibai.
Tahu.
Tadi buds.
Hebat tu comel. Tapi tu lah kau just tukar. Just je bah. Saya tak faham untuk pilih tinted. Pilih produk mana yang minat.
Tekan button untuk orang bodoh kot.
Dengan tekan button di bawah. Bodoh ada ni.
Dia bingung. Dia manusia yang
Tapi AI kita jawab tu.
Okey.
Kalau nak tinted yang dari luar tak pandai, tak AI kita pandai.
Yeah.
Nak cari ada yang ada ciri. Oh, bodoh saya dia bodoh lah actually. Mana yang dia punya yang dia suka. Tak apa, luar tak nampak.
Phantom reflective. Dia reflect lah.
Luar tak nampak. Boleh pilih reflective. Phantom reflective.
Sun. Dia tak. Tu ada lock kan. Space. Macam memang test gila tau for AI. Ada X gila. Company Melayu or Chinese?
I need to change the AI.
The audience is dumb.
Yeah, tu pun yeah. Mudifu keras.
Dia dapat, dia buat marketing where apa, I don't know. Facebook. Dia try cari lama dah. Tak buat.
Macam mana I nak choose sedangkan I tahu apa perbezaan. Taklah faham soalan aku.
Cakap apa?
Macam mana I nak choose sedangkan I tahu apa perbezaan. Kalau tak tahu dah. Pelik lah. Macam mana nak choose?
Tekan button tapi bodoh.
Sial lah.
Nak tukar ke kepada dia tanya terus je.
I try call Sans lah. Yo, ada apa yang saya betul?
I will WhatsApp sekejap. WhatsApp in the group. Maybe WhatsApp boleh sekejap nak tengok. You guys pun cakap apa masa tu.
Silap tekan dia.
What is Syukri talking about?
Dia tak boleh capture nama ke macam mana?
Dia cakap lah, apa yang dia
tahu nak dengar lah.
Dia
tak dengar ke?
Cuba tengok dekat sistem tutar tu yang belah home tu, dia capture nama Liza lah apa kan. Ada solution tak untuk tu? Lepas hantar tu dia dah semua tak respon dah. Kalau awak letak tu dah semua tak respon tu. Okey baby, cuba gunakan nama WhatsApp ni.
Dia tak nak tekan choose ni. Kenapa dia tak tekan choose ni? What is happening? What is going on? Oh ya doh.
Ya ke?
Ya. Dia kena tekan button ni je. Kau bagi dia gambar ni. Oh, kenapa dia ni bodoh sangat kan?
Oh. Oh, ada choose lah.
Suruh dia tekan button.
Apa misal?
Berubah nak mati. Cakap yang dia tak perlu bayar sekarang.
Sekiranya
Pelik.
Allah.
Allah, banyak hantar 2 kali.
Maybe kita tekan 2 kali.
No. Tapi kenapa? Kau nak buat apa?
Tak ada. Tengok muka dia je. Tak ada.
Cuba kau hantar gambar kat dia sekejap.
That apa lalu ni? Kita tengah dua kali. Wow.
Tengok orang tengok WhatsApp. Oh boleh lah.
Mantap.
Ya. Tak faham lagi kan. Macam ni kan. Dapat macam ni weh. Tulis lah. Apa benda? Susah sangat ke babi? Susah sangat ke? Susah.
Tapi tak kacau pun saya rasa. Contohnya dia cakap, hey, sup. Sup pula. Yang Phantom.
Yelah AI jawab.
Tahu tapi macam tak kacau pun saya rasa.
Yelah.
Yang ada choose kan sebab kat app
nanti
Yash,
kena confirm dengan anak bila ada rumah.
Kau pergi mampus.
Kami confirmkan dulu dengan anak.
Wow. Our AI is that powerful.
Dia bodoh.
Kan dia macam
Dia tak tahu dia nama-nama package Phantom. Habis semua nama Phantom bangang.
Duduk mana? Office.
Kenapa? Kenapa kau nak tanya ni?
Tak yalah. Tak sebab dia macam like tak kacau pun.
Ya tahu, nampak kat app kita je nampak buruk sikit.
So I mean,
so probably we just Zulkarnain.
at least dia orang dapat kat tahu.
Promote sikit, kita orang ada barang baru.
Barang apa bos?
Boleh lah.
Pelik sangat.
Siapa?
Zulkarnain. Betul lah dia cakap confirmkan dulu dengan anak bila ada rumah.
Rumah dah 14 tahun tapi tak pernah tak pasang.
Pun suka dengan kau.
Oh suka dia borak lah. Borak lah kau dengan robot bangang. What the fuck?
Tak apa, dia dapat fun sebenarnya. Brand. Yeah. Malaysians.
Dia tak nampak saya.
Dia suka berat.
Rumah dah 40 tahun tapi tak terfikir apa something. Brother, it's a bot.
It's a bot. Can you use the bot?
That's why man, the next job AI pimp. That's our get out of
this power.
That's our get out of jail card. Ni bodoh lah.
Terus fuck you money tu.
Fuck tak. Dah fuck shit.
What to do Yash? What to do?
Aku dah bagi pula tu kat dia.
Bagi apa
Ni APK.
No hal.
Okay, tingkat dah lah dia cakap kadang-kadang baru terfikir bila situasi memerlukan tinted boleh bantu banyak.
Tu yang dia suka.
Dari kurang haba sampai ke privacy.
Itu yang dia suka.
Bila dah ready atau nak tahu lebih lanjut, jangan segan hubungi kami. Nak tahu apa lagi? Patutnya dia happy lah dengan tu.
Should be
lah sebab customer dia dilayan dengan yang baik.
Betul. It's just that customer tak ada duit.
Customer tak
ada rumah.
Lepas tu dia nak rely anak dia.
Pus.
Dia kalau decision maker sikit boleh habis. Ni Abdullah aku tak tahu apa jadi. Mungkin dia call admin.
Mungkin. Tak akan jawab lama saya rasa.
Macam ni kita nak
suka jawab.
tapi kita kena macam track juga kan. Dorang punya progress ni kan. Untuk kita
by the pipelines maybe.
Pipeline dia tak ubah.
Tak ada apa-apa Oh. Jom lah buat. For every client kena ada pipeline.
Of course lah.
Tapi yelah dia macam tak kisahkan.
Dia tak tahu.
The pipeline exists. Should exist.
Should be important. Dia tak tahu yang it should be important.
For chatbot. Tapi kena juga lah. Sebab dia ada dah pipeline dia. Sistem Sans tu. So pipeline.
Nanti lah, tunggu dia komplain lah. Nama tu lah kena baiki.
Nama ya yang tadi tu.
Nama tu. Sebab ya tu okay, first thing, hi, assalamualaikum. Lepas tu bagi dia jawab dulu. Lepas tu dia dah jawab, baru kita tanya nama dia.
Betul. At least second lah. Betul agak.
Kan?
Kita tukar. Ya. Kita nak tanya dia. Should be tanya dia lah in the group.
Tanya lah. So either kita guna nama WhatsApp dia je, atau kita buat tu lah.
Tanya dia nak capture kat situ je kan. Soon man.
Dah panas. Right now.
Untuk capture nama tu kita letak chat GPT supaya
Patutnya kau
tanya dia kan.
Ni kau cakap juga nak buat.
Okay lah, I cakap boleh lah. Boleh tak? Sebabkan ada sebab.
Cakap atau kita tukar, atau kita ambil nombor WhatsApp saja.
Nama WhatsApp saja. Okey, jap. Jawapan AI. Guys, man.
Kan ada rakyat bunyi.
Tahu ada fikir aku admin dia suruh aku buat kerja pula.
What the
Tak ada.
fuck? Okay, my era, like aku. Mantap. We give solutions. We give solutions.
Macam ni boleh lah. Kalau dia cakap leads, kenapa tak ada, tak viral?
Kenapa tak viral?
Bila nak viral?
Bila nak viral?
Okay, 20 hari bulan 4. Amen.
That's right, then everyone will love this. proportional right, proportional. Tapi that's why dia tak minta balik kan, dia 1000.
Dia tak minta lah, Faedah cakap lah.
Kau cakap apa?
Dia cakap tak boleh nak buat lah. Tak ada, bukan macam tu lah.
Faham lah kau dah macam buy. Dia okey lah?
Dia macam like online dia tak jadi apa-apa sangat pun. Tapi TikTok okey agak.
Tapi dia call lah.
I call first.
Oh,
Apa pasal?
selesai. TikTok dia tak jadi apa dah?
TikTok dia boleh lah tapi overhead banyak.
Overhead banyak sebab ramai orang kena bayar kan. Ya, tapi ni pun akan jadi banyak agak. Dia just grass green on the other side sekarang dia.
Tu je dia boleh buat.
Padahal it's
ada banyak lagi kan?
Banyak kan. Dia fikir dia tak boleh nak fikir macam tak masuk effort langsung atau bayar murah dapat gila-gila.
Imagine.
Tapi susah, produk dia pun susah tu.
Kinda ya.
Yeah, the competition is crazy.
Unless kau ada database of people yang buy the same product, kau blast guna WhatsApp, tu pun dapat satu. Lepas tu kena ban.
Tapi tu pun bodoh.
Ya tu.
Sebab banyak lagi dia sabun itself banyak. Kalau kau tengok kat Shopee banyak benda sama.
Ya.
Lepas tu macam mana nak lawan kan? Aku fikir it's like one of a kind ke. Aku fikir at least ada brand ke.
Betul lah. Usually sepatutnya macam tu lah.
Semua sama pula. Dia punya dengan design.
Dia kena jual produk.
Susah weh. Susah. Harap lah. Okay. Kita pun honest je. Kita cakap kan kita software kan.
Ini kali pertama. Kali pertama buat ads untuk produk.
Tapi rasa boleh.
Tapi rasa boleh. Okay.
Give me the money.
But yelah, rasa boleh, memang rasa
boleh lah. Tapi tengok susah sikit. Lain lah. Lain domain kau kena belajar macam-macam lagi. Yang kau kena macam buat susah.
E-commerce punya game lah.
Yeah.
Buy full out terus e-commerce punya game dia.
Tu lah.
Macam tu.
Buat apa lah weh.
Kan?
Kita
So,
like
kau jaga brand ni.
Dia
macam tu lah. Boleh lah. Tapi kalau I'm fucking 15, I will take that job.
You will take that job lah. It's a different story lah. But you would not get that opportunity.
Maybe.
No, you will not.
Why? 15?
Yeah.
I mean, yelah.
So it's cool, stupid cunt.
If
no. I know wanted to screenshot this guy man. Dia cakap dengan Iyas je. Tinted 2 tingkap punya cuba check tinted 2 tingkap punya convo. Dia macam
nothing lah. Nothing bosan.
I mean no, it's like I'm checking. Of course lah, aku pun dapat notification. It's the same thing as I get the notification for your web message. I get that notification also.
Yeah. And I'm fucking ni full time part-time.
Yeah.
Kau tak ada office tengok.
Tu lah, lepas tu kalau aku tidur biar je. Macam like no use. Useless. Dia macam bos suruh buat benda.
Part-time tu lah.
Tengok lah.
Baik, tu lah 600 lah.
Tu lah, satu 600. Tapi
QC tak boleh lah kalau macam ni.
QC tak boleh macam ni.
I
Dia
mean,
kena
just
buat
ada-
testing lah.
Ada procedure and shit like that.
Dia kena buat
report.
document of every update I do.
Okay. Mantap.
So every update I do, dia kena test satu app. Macam tik. Benda baru dia akan tambah.
So
make sure tak ada bug. Make sure semua smooth.
okay. So dia kena tanya Yas juga lah. Kan? Okay je lah.
Okay.
Kita dia buat document.
Yang tu okay lah. Ni tanya ni tak ada guna.
Bukan tanya.
Dan dia ada result okay lah. Ni kalau dia tanya ni tak ada result. Jadi dia kena buat juga. Kau nak buat apa lagi ni?
Email macam nak angkat bow.
Ish.
Angkat.
Iki juga. Tetapi tak reply. weh.
Tu lah kalau tak ada kerja. Next thing is content.
Kau tak ada kerja ke?
Tak ada. Dia boleh baiki lah. Baiki.
Faham.
Nak benda lain tak ada. Tas. Dia ada banyak lagi lah
Banyak apa?
kerja.
Banyak lah. Tapi yang tidur tu. Yelah, tak tidur lagi bodoh.
Oh ya, bapak. Tidur sejam.
Ha.
Selama sejam.
Tak sampai.
Bukan. Ni lah. Bukan sini. Takut tak? Tapi okey je. Kan nak buat satu tapi dia macam planning project lah.
Ha?
Planning project lah.
Macam
Sebab
mana?
dia plan untuk buat video ke, buat ad yang saya akan tanya-tanya business owner soalan sales. So dia macam close on the dot, tapi guna tu as the ads, tapi tambah-tambah sikit lah.
Oh, faham.
And it's like, how do you handle your customer inquiries through WhatsApp?
Betul ke orang tu jawab?
Oh, do you have? No. What do you think about chatbots? What do you think about AI? What do you think about AI chatbot? Tapi tu planning. So I guess procrastinate.
Tak agak berapa klien ni, berapa sales call yang kau kena nak collect semua tu?
Tak, bukan sales call lah. Kalau macam tu tak, saya nak pergi depan-depan.
Pergi depan-depan siapa business owner?
Itulah.
What the fuck man?
Siapa-siapa lah.
No, think lah. What the hell?
Doktor, klinik ke, just tanya je soalan.
Oh.
Ataupun tak tahu.
Kenapa kena planning? Kenapa kau tak buat esok je?
Sebab nak kena tanya siapa, nak kena ni siapa. Tu planning agak. Right.
Ya, betul lah. Betul lah, kena planning lah.
Sikit lah. Dia kalau laju lagi plan, okey lah.
Dia fikir through our sales calls.
Tapi tu pun
Tapi tu buruk.
Buruk dengan privacy kan. Tak, sama je.
Tak
sama. Buruk.
Buruk.
I mean, if the audio is clear, okay je.
Lepas tu, engaging kat cara dia cakap, cara kau cakap.
Editing framework. Kita dah ada framework.
Kita ada framework untuk ads tadi.
Untuk ads tak. Close.
Kita tak cukup buat banyak ad. Baru 2.
Yes.
Kita lah.
Betul. Yang running masa tukar kepada retail tu ada banyak. Apa? Real estate, property, car dealership tu. Tapi tu itu tukar just like attention real estate owners. Tapi dalam office ada satu lagi, yang tu backup, yang dia tanya business owner. Itu sebab maybe tak ada testimonial, saya boleh guna yang tu je. So that orang rasa macam tu home sikit.
Oh, tak, lepas tu yang tu backup.
Yang tu bukan backup, yang tu backup juga. Dia macam like in development. Tapi Faiz tengah nak buat is office punya environment punya ad lah. Tapi macam ad kita sekarang. Dia punya exact coding.
Tapi kenapa tu kau nak buat macam ad kita? Sebab we are getting consultants, we are getting marketing agencies, we are getting shit leads. Why are we doing the same thing?
Because you have to optimize it. Faiz tengok mana satu yang okay, dia tambah. So you have to build on top.
Yeah, tapi kau tak split test pun. Faham tak? Kau macam just shoot randomly in the dot. Okay, ni kot, kalau kau tambah-tambah ni, ni akan jadi kot. Tapi tengok tak dapat kat. Kau tak split test pun.
Faiz usually split test ni lah. Split test as in big punya benda saya buat sekali je. So that Faiz tahu. Sebab dia banyak duit kena guna.
Dia tahu.
So that banyak benda yang big je lah Faiz change kalau yang ni nak split test.
Tapi tu pun split test apa sekali je lah kan.
Ada dan semua tu headline je lah.
Yeah, that's a problem lah.
But this one is ni lah. Ni nak tukar automate lagi lah.
Yeah, tapi
ada that takkan nak buat different ads for every time.
No.
Atau don't automate.
Of course. Betul lah. Tak. Tapi sekarang kita ada problem of getting shit leads. Probably because our message doesn't come across right ke something lah kan. Dekat business owners.
Tapi dapat je business owners.
Sikit lah kan. Kau yang selalu cakap lead sampah.
Lead sampah maybe sekarang lah kot.
Apa yang akan berubah? Mana ada akan berubah tu. Cost per click je yang lagi banyak. Tapi cuma itu akan sama kan.
Dan kenapa kita boleh dapat SKD? Kenapa kita boleh dapat?
Yelah, tapi tu berapa persen of the leads? 1%? 10%?
Betul.
Kan? What we want is maybe like 50%. Maybe satu kita jumpa marketing, satu kita jumpa memang business owner. Tapi tak dapat macam tu. Waalaikumsalam. Itu cakap nama saya. Nama saya Din dari Kelang. Nampak? Lapar.
Betul. Balik masak. Datang sini balik. Just stop. Beli.
Tapi betul lah, balik masak.
Murah.
Ayam banyak. We can beli groceries lah. Balik kejap lah, nanti datang balik kan. Tak ada orang dah ke office? Sini tak orang.
Sini?
Tak ada dah kan, semua dah balik kan. Pukul 8 bye.
Betul. Ni. So kalau esok kita buat ads lah, the full day kita try buat the winning ads. Tapi kena planning dulu kalau nak different kind of ad. So maybe it's this one.
Kenapa? Macam mana dia body?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck man. How are you? Giving typo. Kenapa dia bagi nombor ni bhai? 019 222 0999. Lepas tu
What the fuck is
1622 9099.
Kau.
Nombor siapa tu?
I do not know that. Something.
Kira macam mana? Kau pergi tengok bola tu kau datang ambil ke? Baik ambil terus tu. Lepas maghrib. Timing kau ke? Jom. Sekarang maghrib dah bodoh ke ni? Jom. Tak apa. Apa kau roja je lah Faiz. Aku jam macam ni. Kita orang kena bagi makan jap ni.
Jom lah.
Apa?
Ger.
Ger mana balik?
Balik lah. Kau pergi kan?
Buat kerja je lah.
Lapar tu.
Nah,
Lapar nak tidur.
itulah Jom.
Tu lah. Tidur sini lah boleh je lah. Tapi buat apa yang balik-balik kan. Jumpa esok lah.
Betul.
Esok kita cuba double the production value, double the quality, double everything.
Double the marketing.
Double marketing.